Hi, it's Kate Ferguson, political editor at The Sun on Sunday, and here's my take on today's PMQs. At 6'7" tall, Tory rebel Sir Simon Clarke cast a long shadow over today's PMQs. Tory MPs had opened their newspapers over breakfast this morning to discover he'd called for Rishi Sunak to be ousted as PM, warning he and his colleagues would be massacred at the ballot box if they didn't act. But as the House of Commons Tory rebel corner filled up with the usual faces who have been plotting discord and mayhem, Sir Simon was nowhere to be seen. His fellow rebel mischief maker, Miriam Cates, the golden-tressed queen of the new Conservative group, was bobbing for a question. Was she going to plunge the knife? In Sir Simon's absence, Sir Keir Starmer, another knight of the realm, leapt at the chance to seize on the Tory infighting to stick the boot into the PM.
Mr Speaker, I love this quaint tradition where the more they slag him off behind his back, the louder they cheer in here.
The Tories are fighting each other to death, he said, in a drama which is like the longest episode of EastEnders ever.
They get down to the real business of fighting each other to death. The country forced to endure their division and chaos. The longest episode of EastEnders ever put to film.
But Rishi Sunak hit back at the Labour leader, pointing out he chopped and changed his policies with the wind.
Long-time celebrity backer Steve Coogan recently said he licks his finger, sticks it in the air and just sees which way the wind is blowing. Even Labour Party know, Mr Speaker, he's not a leader, he is a human weather vane.
As the clock ticked down, a stream of Conservative MPs stood up to ask their questions. You could almost see the beads of sweat trickle down Rishi's face as he waited to hear if another of his so-called party faithful was going to call for his head. Tory rebel Tom Hunt asked about the shortage of NHS dentists. Fellow Conservative Cheryl Murray demanded a new footbridge for her local constituency. And Lib Dem MP Layla Moran attacked water company bosses for dumping sewage in rivers. Finally, it was the turn of Mrs Cates. Was the darling of the Tory right going to row in behind Sir Simon Clarke and dump a load of crap on Rishi? No. She called for a ban on social media and smartphones for under-16s to stop the scourge of online bullying.
So does my right honourable friend agree with me that it's time to consider banning social media and perhaps even smartphones for under-16s?
Turns out the Tory party didn't feel like plotting revolutions over their cornflakes after all.